Thank you, Monica. Now the ceremony begins by offering floral tributes to our beloved founder chairman, Dr. S.M. Venkatpati. I invite the dignitaries to light the lamp after the floral tributes.
Can we get one student here?
उठा सकते हैं कभी कभी चाहिए तो उसको उठा सकते हैं वैसे नहीं मिल सकता
I request all the dignitaries to occupy their days. I request all the dignitaries, Dr. Prakash Silvan, Ms. Banudas Gupta, Dr. Dhananjay Kumar sir, and Dr. Yogesh sir, and our Dr. Principal PG, Dr. Vijay Bhaskar. It is a very significant moment for all of you who have gathered here for aspiring to become successful MBAs and MCOM in the next 24 months. With stargazing eyes looking for answers towards mind-boggling questions. Now I request our principal, PG, to welcome our senior vice president, Dr. Prakash Shilvan and guest of honor for today's program.
A very good morning to one and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais. This is one of the important occasions where we always remember our founder chairman, Dr. S.M. Venkatpati, who stood for this kind of a monumental edifice to spread the knowledge across an area. So this 25 years journey was marked, planned, designed, executed, none other than our founder chairman, whose legacy only all of us are following and carrying across. So it is a time to remember him. And we always pledge that we will carry all his words and we will walk his path throughout our life. And it's a moment to thank our leadership team, chaired by Chairperson Rama Devi ma'am, our CEOs and trustee, Sri Pramod Godaji and Sri Rajiv Godaji, and our Peter Francis sir, our secretary of the trust, NG Charitable Trust. And now it is headed EPGI 2.0, which is being crafted by none other than our Senior Vice President, Dr. Prakash Srirathan, who is taking us to the next level of growth. Unprecedented growth is happening. So this is where the student community is being served on the front. So MBA is not only another degree to add up following your name. It is something much more than that. If it is a mere degree, correct, it would have passed like one of the passing clouds. Nobody would have taken care of this because it is so mixed with various domains of knowledge, and always it is a growing piece. Like the way when we did 2 decades back, what was an MBA and how far we have traveled, and what is the thing which is getting to be provoked, and then researched further, it is mind-boggling. So this also a snapshot should be given to the student community to understand. See the scope. You have another 40 years to build, reinforce, and plan your career successfully, of course. So the success doesn't come. Doesn't come very easy. It's not. We have to work. How to work? So you need to be guided. When we are doing a full-time program like a prestigious institute like us, because like the institute takes a responsibility of hand-holding you, walking you into the next level. 2 years can then be possible. We will make it possible. So you'll have the entire knowledge, the bird's eye view of everything. So students will always have a beautiful choice to plan and sculpt their career. This is how it is going to go. So in this inauguration program, I deem it a pleasure to welcome our resource person of the day, Banadas Gupta, an young and a leader who has proven from Salesforce. She has attained various hands to her success, and right now she is managing it excellently well in Salesforce team as the attack lead on Railways and Connect program. She is here to explain the importance because Dr. Prakash had only mooted the idea, like how we have to make the value addition happening in the MBA community. Right? So what are the state of the art technologies, what we call cutting edge technologies, right? And which has been in the forefront. Maybe some of you may not have a chance to even hear the word Salesforce throughout your career. Right? Some of you will take an advantage and try to plan. So that is how SAR has built this program, so that various facets of life, like in the career path, will be given to you. So my pleasure to welcome Banadas Gupta ma'am as a resource person. I invite our Senior Vice President to welcome ma'am with the bouquet. Thank you, sir. Now it is our honor and privilege to welcome the guest of honor, Dr. Prakash sir, and I invite Professor Dhananjay Kumar, our Director Placement and Training, to welcome our beloved Senior Vice President. We welcome you, sir. In this occasion, I welcome all our colleagues in the PG department of East Point College of Higher Education, and a great welcome to all the enthusiastic first year freshers who have joined in the 22-24 batch and who are expecting a lot to happen in this campus. I promise you, definitely, we will do more than what we promise. That is how our college is being helping you to progress across, whether you see the placements, training, education, and the social responsibility, governance, ethics, all areas we will be covering. Like, not only our department takes it a point, not only to restrict ourselves to the syllabus. Correct, as you know, like syllabus is not getting updated. Like to meet the current or the futuristic requirements, we will try to fill the gap and give you a wonderful MBA and a very pleasant journey for these 2 years in this campus. I welcome you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We welcome you too. Senior Vice President and guest of honor for today's program, Dr. Prakash Shilvantman, to address the inaugural of this program.
Good morning. Good morning. Today's chief guest, Bhanudas Gupta Madam, Dr. Bhaskar Sir, Principal, Postgraduate Programs, MBA and MCOM, Mr. Dhananjay Kumar, Director for Training and Placement for Eastern Group of Institutions, Dr. Yogesh, Principal of Engineering College, my dear colleagues and dearest students. So, there is a paradigm shift in what we are doing now. We have seen a lot of success stories that's been emerged in engineering colleges, specifically with Salesforce. And when I requested Banu Madam, we want this program to be extended for other colleges of my group, especially with MBA, BCA and other programs, especially in the higher education. She eagerly accepted to be the part of this program. Madam, bottom of heart, I thank you for Madam, I thank you for accepting this invitation and being the part of this program. Thank you so much. Yeah. Today we want to listen to Madam, but let me tell you, dear students, the industry 4.0 has taken a shift. The job roles for managers will be totally different in next 2-3 years. There's a digital transformation that's happening in the country. At large scale, it's happening. I don't know how many people really are updated with this. How many people know about Industry 4.0? Okay, Lewis. Let me tell you in your own way. Now I should customize my own delivery. What you people understand, what because many times we use all technical jargons. Let me not use these things. See, the first transformation that happened was with respect to the Aadhaar. In fact, Aadhaar was implemented by the design came from the Congress government, and underneath it was the instrumental hand to bring this to this scale. But the full fruits was utilized by when new government came, and underneath himself made the statement in his the number of programs utilized using Aadhaar. And today, more than 1 billion authentications happens, if I'm right with the statistics. Okay, every day. This is the level, and all the government schemes, direct transfer schemes, comes through Aadhaar. And this is not just one identity, but it has transformed a lot of complete ecosystem of authentication and authorizing and rendering the services, brought a lot of transparency in this. Another big transformation that happened, how many people really know about this or not? FASTag. You know FASTag? People go to the national highway. Daily, around 100 crores per day collection happens today. 100 crores. This one technology has made a huge difference. I'll come back to what's the role of managers here. Intention is to make it up. Why the digital transformation is happening and how my roles will be different in next 2-3 years. This is a huge transformation that's happening. And today, the leakage, if you are able to Gadkari, if you want to build any roads today has surplus money which can be built for bigger infrastructures. Because the amount of collection that happens is very, very huge. This is one transformation. Of course, there is a lot of, usually if you go back and see the insurance sector that has taken shape is something amazing. How many people know about Policy Bazaar today? policybazaar.com. It is something amazing. And today, they are working out complete health, Ayushman, there is something, a program called as Ayushman, where this is a technology platform. It will bring all the stakeholders in the healthcare sector onto the one common platform. That means your insurance sector will come and all records, for example, if got sick and gone to the hospital, your health records will get recorded, and you go to some other hospital somewhere, it will get recorded. That is the platform they are going to create. And see the revolution that's going to happen in the healthcare sector will definitely unimaginable next 3-4 years. And everyone knows about UPI. UPI is exclusive technology which was developed by NPCI, exclusively by India. Many people criticized it when it started, including Indian government. Many people underestimated, and today it's a success story where people are not. Visa and MasterCard is in threat today. Credit card system is there. US used to get huge revenue through this Visa and MasterCard and credit system. Today, such a huge digital transformation happened in UPI. This is a complete gift by India. We designed it. There's a transformation happened. That means you go today, the largest transactions, highest transactions happens in the world is through UPI today. And this is the case study which is spoken even at US when Facebook CEO writes a mail to US government and telling that why should we not copy this model to US. There is a transformation UPI brought. That means basically we wanted to see that a lowest level, unstructured, unorganized sector, what we call it as kirana shops or street vendors, even I am enabling them to make the payments. Never it happened. We had NEFT, we have RTGS, we had IMPS, but all this was something for the next level of customers. Can I bring this complete financial services to the common man who can actually get the service, even at 1 rupee? If I'm actually taking a Kothambari Soppu or a Karve Soppu for 1 rupee, I can just scan and make the payment. Revolution never happened in any of the country. This UPI is developed exclusively in India, indigenous product. And this is going to transform the complete financial services. This model is going to be copied by India. I want to tell you, after COVID, there is a product called as COVID. So I think Nandan Nilekani, one of his YouTube, he was telling this. One of his friends who came from Chicago, he was entering the hotel. A security guard asked him, show your vaccination certificate. And that person who came from Chicago pulled out this piece of paper and showed it. Then security guard told, you don't have digital certificate. That means in US they didn't have digital certificate of vaccination. We were the first to do. And today, COVID is a platform which is being used by many of the countries. This technology is developed on open source today. What I'm telling is that India is going to change. And the way the financial services are reaching out to the common man, it's going to pick up. So why I made all these statements is that the role of managers will change drastically in next few years. I think the right person is here to speak about this. I'm not the right person, I'm not a marketing guy. But still, what I feel as a technocrat, I feel that there's a digital transformation that's happening in the complete sector. My roles keeps on changing. Lot of decision making do happen. I want to tell you, agents are getting converged. Have heard about ONDC? Open Network for Digital Commerce. This is one common platform which is being going to be created. I think people are not updated here. And I know the teachers are updated on this. ONDC, what it is going to transform. You should listen to the chairman of this person who is going to create this. I'll tell you, this is going to kill even Amazon and Flipkart. It is going to be a common platform. Everybody now today, the monopoly of the complete e-commerce is with two chains. One is with Amazon, another one is Flipkart. 50% of the market share is taken by these two chains. And Flipkart is now with Walmart. What is going to happen is that now, if anyone wants to participate, okay, he is supposed to register into the Amazon, and I need to pay some money for the transactions. ONDC is an open source platform. Lot of interfaces are very open today, and this platform is going to create in such a way that unorganized sector, anybody who is selling at the street can register on this platform. And like Amazon and Flipkart, n number of people can come onto the platform. They will be exclusive. I'll speak in my session when I go to my session, sir. Day after tomorrow. I'll speak about how financial sector services will change the complete landscape. I'll speak about the architecture of ONDC. I'm basically a computer science professor. ONDC architecture is going to change complete e-commerce. The way you do commerce is going to change. Everybody, unstructured people, unstructured sector will come into this platform. Anybody, a person who is growing some paddy at north part of the Karnataka, he can go and register and he can sell it there. This is an open platform. It is going to be created. Never in the history probably it's been created. This is going to transform the complete business model in India. Probably we may see 1,000 people like Amazon and Flipkart coming on this platform. There will be exclusive app for the buyers, exclusive app for the suppliers. So what I'm telling is that the world is going to change and India is going to definitely change in the next 2-3 years. So the role of managers will also change in the next 2-3 years. It is not just about managing the human capital, it's not about marketing, it's not about just looking into finance and all these things. I don't know how many people have taken finance as a vertical here. There is statistics. Lot of CEOs would have been come from the CFOs. Chief Financial Officers would have become the chief. If you have a finance background, it's very easy that you climb the success ladder on the top. So don't neglect. Many people, everyone, I feel that they want to take it very easy. Vertical is marketing, HR. No. If you become finance, I'm telling you, you can reach to the top. Go and check out the statistics. Lot of CEOs are basically CFOs, Chief Financial Officers, who become Chief Executive Officers. Love finance. And financial sector is going to transform. There is a vertical, probably we are told that we want to run a course called as FinTech. FinTech. In fact, I started this program at Chandigarh University with NS National Stock Exchange, where there is an exclusive curriculum designed for FinTech program from National Stock Exchange. You can actually take this program and run this. There's a huge opportunity that's coming out for you in financial sector. And it's going to transform the complete landscape of financial sector, especially in India. So kindly look out. There is a digital transformation that's happening. My roles is going to change. It is not just restricting to the marketing or to the HR. And I want to tell to the people who are here. For example, in marketing, we always used to call there are 4 P's. Product, promotion, price, and place. Now, there is another P is getting added, profiling. That means today you are there on YouTube, you are on Google, your complete browsing pattern, what you did, what payment you did, where you traveled, everything is data footprints are captured, and they'll create an exclusive profile for you. What is Prakash? Based on that, my advertisement comes. Based on that, my advertisement comes. So this is another fee that is going to add it up. So the world is changing. So marketing roads will be totally different. Lot of data is new oil today. People are behind data. So what I feel is that the roads is going to redefine. Whatever I have read, probably in another 2 days, 2 years, it may become absolute. But still fundamentals, if you have good fundamentals, I can catch up with any technology that's going to happen. And we are fortunate that Salesforce is the front runner, and there's an exclusive course designed for MBA folks on its cloud marketing from Salesforce. I think Madam is going to tell about all these things. What I request everyone is that whatever happened in your degree, if you can actually work hard in these 2 years, it will make a huge difference. New roads is going to create. So, be focused for anything, for any CV for that matter. If you have any grievances, please come back to reach out to us. There is a principle. If the addresses is not done by us, reach out to us from the management. I want to support you people. We want to transform the complete MBA programs. Okay, we've been focusing only on Bangalore University. The curriculum is somewhere we felt that the curriculum is absolute. We are also thinking to add up a lot of value addition courses. We are keeping a track, exclusive vertical called as Salesforce. We want to have something on finance, which is on fintech. 3-4 verticals is created exclusively for training you and empowering, and see that you just get placed in best of the best companies at a higher package. That's our goal, and we will see to that we will achieve this. But what we can do is that we can only handle the people. Ultimately, you need to the walk. We are not going to walk with you. We'll show you the path. You need to walk. So with these things, I conclude my speech here. And let me congratulate once again for choosing East Point group of institutions here. We'll do the best and do the best education services for you. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable inputs and thoughts. Now we have with us our key resource person for today's program, Ms. Bhanudas Gupta, APAC Lead Trailblazer Connect Salesforce. Bhanudas Gupta is a part of the most amazing team at Salesforce, and she starts with preparing students and early job seekers for their future career in the Salesforce ecosystem that has projected over 1.3 million jobs in India by 2026. She has been in this space for over a decade and has almost 2 decades experience in IT industry. Ma'am loves spending time with her family, trekking and gathering. Now I invite Madam to address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone.
Little louder. Good morning, students.
Okay, how's everyone doing this morning? I want you all to show me what's your mental state today morning. I know you may have woken up early, some may be late, some came running just to make it in time for the session. So I want you all to let me know how you all are doing by show of hand. I'm going to tell you how. Don't scream or anything if you all are excited. I want you all to show me how you all are feeling. If you all are feeling great, so you're going to lift your hands up and you're going to do the happy hands in the air. Okay? If you're like, okay, I'm not yet that excited. I'm somewhere here, so then you all will let me know by putting your hand in the middle here, right? And if you have not had a great morning, which is perfectly fine, I want you all to do a thumbs down. Okay? So I just want to gauge what's the mood in the room, right? You are all here this morning, and I really appreciate that. So thank you for being here this morning, and thank you for inviting me. But I really want to make the next 40 minutes or 50 minutes, how much ever time I get with you all, I want to make it really count, right? For each one of you who's here in the room, for me being here, and also, by the way, I'm not new to East Point. I've been here before. I love coming back to campus, and I get my energy by interacting with you all. I get my energy from you all, right? So I need to know how energetic is this room, how excited are you all for today. I know this is the inauguration of the first batch for MBA, so I really want to know what's the mood in the room. So can you all now show me by your hands, where are we in this room? Where are you today in your mood? It's okay if you want to do a thumbs down. Okay, back there, not very happy. Your seats are not comfortable. What's going on there? The back there. Once more. Can you keep your hands up and let me know how you are feeling? Middle here. No, yeah, you're not too great. Okay, middle here, not very great. That's probably because you don't have the AC, right? No? Okay, no, I'm just joking. Great. Again, good morning and thank you for having me here. My name is Bhanu Das Gupta. I'm part of the Trailblazer Connect team. I work with Salesforce. I just completed 4 years with Salesforce. I'm responsible for, like in my introduction, you all heard, for bringing in new trailblazers, bringing in new job seekers, students like yourselves into the Trailblazer, into the Salesforce ecosystem. Now you're wondering, I'm sure, what does Trailblazer mean? Does anybody want to tell me what a Trailblazer is? I also want to keep this session really, really interactive. Like I said, I want to make it count to every single person who's here in the room, who's giving me time, who's giving me attention. I want to make it really count for you. So keep it interactive. Okay? Just imagine that I'm speaking to you directly, even to the person who's like looking down on your phones, all of that. Just park it away for the next 40 minutes. Please give me some time and let's make it really count, right? I'm going to get my laptop started, but in the meantime, I'm also going to just multitask here a little bit. So, can somebody tell me what does trailblazer mean?
Yeah.
Any ideas what trailblazer means? Any guesses? Anyone who wants to So customer is really, really important. That's the next point that I wanted to drive home. Do I have to write in there? Or I can do that. I can do that. So we have the forward-looking statement that I have to present. This just means that if anybody is planning to invest in Salesforce, please read the offer document carefully, like they say, and also look up the latest products. Don't go by only what you hear in the session today, right? So this is a something like a legal requirement that I need to present when I'm talking outside. So at Salesforce, our culture of the company is that we begin always by thanking. So thank you, all of you who's here today to listen about Salesforce, learn more about the company, learn about what job opportunities that might be available to you to join this company if you are interested in a CRM IT firm, looking for an opportunity, looking for a job in an IT firm. Thank you for giving me the time for being here today. I'd also like to thank the trustees of this institution, Dr. Prakash, who I've known for a few years now. He's run very successful industry initiatives within campuses, and he's done that very successfully. So I would really like to thank him for calling me here to be here today to interact with all of you. The future managers, future movers and shakers of the industry, coming industry in India. So I really look forward, and again, congratulations to everybody who's here, who selected East Point College as your college for the next 2 years to learn and grow in the management space. So congratulations and thank you again for welcoming me. Okay, so it's a new day for all of you, yeah? You're starting a new session here, a new year. How many of you are again excited? How many of you are excited to know what does this course have to offer to you as a job, as a career, to make a case for yourself? Okay. Not very excited. How many of you don't know what you want to do? Like, that's okay too, right? How many of you are still figuring out? Oh, this is good. Everybody knows what you are doing once you are graduate. Yes? Okay, let me again ask the question in the same line. How many of you know what specialization you're going to be picking? Anybody who doesn't know? I'm not yet decided. Anybody in that mind? Okay, my friend here. He's not yet decided. Great. Keeping his options open. That's fine too, right? There is no right and wrong answer here because it's your life, your choice. You have to decide what's right for you. So it's a new day, and it's also, I think, a great time to pause in your own careers. You'll have done your graduation, and you'll have now got into a post-graduation. You're all going to be specializing in a particular area and going to work and probably having careers for the next 10, 20, 30 years, right? In that particular specialization. Like sir was saying, CFOs, CEOs, all possible for you. You dream big, you can make it happen big, right? So it's a new day, and at Salesforce as well, we believe that it's a new day for our business, for the environment that we are in. We are truly believers that business is the platform to make the changes that we want to within the society. Like sir was giving those fantastic examples, right, where we saw UPI making such a big difference. Fast track making such a big difference when we are traveling. Earlier, if you all remember, if we traveled between states, you had to stop at every toll booth, pay cash. You may not have had a card machine, so you had to have cash with you. At least that's what I had to do. I'd go to the payment, ATM, sorry, and I'd have cash with me that I have to stop and make payment at every toll. Today, what happens? Nothing, right? I don't have to do that extra step of withdrawing cash and keeping cash in my car. FASTag, it just deducts the amount straight away from my account. So business can really be the change that we want to see in our everyday life. How many of you have a smartphone? Everyone, right? Everyone. Did everyone have a smartphone like 5 years ago? Maybe. 10 years ago, maybe not, right? So that's how fast things are changing around us. And that's, I know, can be daunting. It can be good as well as it can be bad. But what does it mean for each one of you in the room here today? It means that you have to be that much on your toes, that much keeping in touch with what's happening in every day. So every day needs to be treated as a new day, right? That you don't know anything. Today you're going to wake up and learn something new, right? So there's everything, every day there's something new to learn. Every day there's something new that's happening in the world that's changing things. Every day it requires you to have a fresh perspective and bring your best self to your college, your fellow students, your teachers, and then further on in your businesses, in your jobs and business as well. So it's a new day for work, it's a new day for Customer 360. That's our platform. Salesforce is built on this. I'll talk a little bit more when we come to those sections. Next slide, yeah. So this is our vision. We believe in connect with our customers in a whole new way and build a customer 360. So your customer, again, I'm telling you from the perspective that you're going to be managers and your businesses would have a customer. So look at it from those lens, right? It can also be you directly as a customer for Salesforce as well. It could you be future employees of Salesforce or Salesforce partner organizations as well, right? So there are a lot of different opportunities and open doors here that you can explore. And I'm going to talk about more about it in the coming slides. So these are some of our core values. We believe in trust. We believe in transparency. We have a portal where every customer of Salesforce can go and see what systems are working, what systems are down. We are not hiding, everything is available. And people can go and actually see what is the availability of each of the clouds, each of the instances for their business. So we believe trust is very important for every business. So hence transparency is also very important for us. We also have 3 releases in the year. So there is innovation, somebody said innovation, innovative ideas. So Salesforce is innovating and we are adding new as world is changing with new technologies coming up. Salesforce is also innovating and every day there are new features, new learning modules that are being added, new things for us to learn, new things for me to learn as an employee as well every day in my organization. Next is customer success, which is again very important. Like I was saying, no business can exist without a customer, so we believe that customers are really important. Innovation, I talked about that. Equality, again, is something that we really believe in. There's been a lot of initiatives within Salesforce. Again, part of your homework, go back, read about Salesforce, read about equality. There are various different communities that we work with, underrepresented communities, groups within the society, a lot of environmental work, giving back, which Salesforce does, which if any of you are interested in philanthropic work, social work, want to join in a company which looks at these aspects as well, Salesforce is something that you can definitely look forward to. Sustainability, again, this is a new value that we added recently after many of the economic forums, many of the environmental forums that Salesforce represented in. We realized that tomorrow's world is really important for us to kind of leave a good, how do I say this, leave a good, healthy environment for the next generation and the future generations, right? So we need to have more greenery, less of this whole weather changes, the global warming, the things that are actually eating away at the natural resources. We need to see how we can reduce carbon footprint. Salesforce is, by the way, a net zero carbon company. You can again look up about that on the website, learn more about that. That's again a very upcoming field that I feel each one of you should know about, sustainability. Because you are the future and this world is yours, right? So you should know what is this whole sustainability about. So definitely read up about sustainability. Next slide. So this is the Salesforce story. I'm not going to go into too much detail. We are 24 years old. We just turned 24. Slide says 20, but we've just turned 24, and you can see we started off in the year 1999. I was with Oracle for almost 11 years, and the Salesforce founder also comes from Oracle background. He was with Oracle as well. And then he broke out from Oracle and started this company saying, we don't need software. We don't need to have big enterprise software where companies have to invest a lot in hardware. You remember how three-tier architecture used to be there earlier, right? I mean, it's still there, but you used to have a desktop, you have to have a middleware, you have a database, and then any company who needs to invest in a robust enterprise level software, you need to invest at all three levels. So now he said, we don't need that. Even smaller companies can have very reliable applications and very reliable business processes in a digital world without these big investments, without big servers, without big databases like Oracle. We can also have cloud-based SaaS model. So we started off with that with CRM, and then we've added every year. You can see there's been some innovation, there's something new that's happened with Salesforce. So that's again a lesson which I'd like each one of you to remember. What are you adding every day to yourselves, right? So you don't have to do like big changes. Nobody can do big changes overnight. They're not sustainable. Instead, look at adding one small thing, okay, maybe a week, maybe in a month, and it will add up. When you look at the quarter, or you look at half year, 6 months, what did you learn? Then it's going to look a lot, right? Every day to make small changes, it's going to add up to big things. They also say that's the best way to change habits. If you are somebody who has some habits that you want to change, again, in my definition, there's no good or bad, there's no right or wrong ever. It's what makes sense for you. And you may be thinking, I want to change some habits. I wake up late, I want to wake up early. You try doing small changes, bring back by maybe a few minutes every day instead of like changing by 2 hours or 3 hours. Instead of that, start changing small where your mind doesn't even register in your mind, doesn't feel like a big burden, doesn't feel like a big stress, and it will add up to big things as you go along. So that's just some personal, maybe life lessons that I can share with you, being a little bit ahead of your, not little, but quite a lot. I think I was in MBA. It was almost 2 decades ago when I did my MBA. So a little bit ahead of yours. So some life lessons while we chat along my session. Okay, next slide. So this is about Salesforce, where I was talking about being the #1 consecutive CRM company for 9 years. You can see we've left our competition way down below. This is our market share revenue that you can see, and we're still growing. We are still doing some fantastic work in the CRM space. Okay. Like I was saying, we're the largest enterprise apps company. We are a leader in philanthropy. We are a leader in innovation. We are a leader in culture as well. In many countries, we have been ranked as #1 in a great place to work. So you can also see that data there: Japan, Argentina, France, Spain, Germany, UK, and Netherlands. We are #1 in all of these countries. You might be wondering what's still India. Right? Again, homework here. Great places to work. India, go check out what's our rank. I promise you, it's a pretty impressive number. It's within the top 10. So again, something that we are working. How many of you here want to be an entrepreneur and start your own business once you finish your MBA? Fantastic. Only one entrepreneur? 2, 3. Don't be shy. Okay, 3 entrepreneurs in your batch. Fantastic. Congratulations. You are already trailblazers looking to break away from the crowd. Fantastic. For the rest of you, that's again, like I said, there's no good or bad. You want to work with organizations, get some experience. That's a good plan as well. How many of you here have already worked in an organization before? Have some job experience, work experience? Super. Okay. Can one or two of you volunteer and tell me what you all did? Hi.
I was working for an organization.
Introduce yourself again. So tell me your name, tell me where are you from, what have you studied in the past, Any other fun fact you want to share with the group here? We're all friends, like I said. And it's a super informal session. So if you have any questions again, please, you want to stop me, raise your hand and stop me. Yeah? Okay, over to you. Thanks.
I would like wish you very good morning and all of you.
Thank you.
My name is Nikita, and past 4 years back I did my UG, and after 4 years I got into Visara Airlines. I was working as a cabin crew there, and after 4 years I'm done.
Okay, okay, congratulations. Fantastic. And any idea of what you want to do? I mean, what you want to get into in your...
Yeah, I have throughout whatever I've got, I've already invested in something. And for that, I actually have to be qualified, and that's why I'm here.
Okay.
So, yeah, hopefully.
Okay, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Anybody else? Thank you, Nikita, for sharing. Anybody else who's worked before and just want to tell me what you all did in your past role before you joined here? Yes, thank you. Your name is sorry?
Abdul Shahid.
Abdul, yes. Hi, Abdul.
I'm coming from Kasaragod, Kerala.
Uh-huh.
I worked in a UST Global for 1 year as a Java developer.
Okay.
I completed my BE in computer science.
Fantastic. Okay. I know UST is a Salesforce partner.
Um,
Okay. So you're already into Java. Fantastic. Okay.
1 year of experience there.
Okay. And do you have any idea what you want to do after your MBA?
I was looking for abroad jobs, so I took that MBA.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Very shy group. Okay, moving on. So business is the best platform for change, is what we believe, and we also believe in giving back. So, like I was saying, Salesforce has done a lot of philanthropy work. So we have something called as the 1-1-1 model, where we give 1% back of our equity, 1% back of our profits, and also 1% of our time as employees. We all do volunteering work. So I can actually take time off from my work and say, I'm going to go work and maybe clean up a lake. Or I can go and teach in a school. So I can actually do some volunteering work within my working hours and come back and report to my company as voluntary time off. I can actually do that. So and the company encourages that. So we have this 1-1-1 model. And we also have about 17,000 companies across the world who are our partners, who also like this model and say, we want to do this. We want to join the 1-1-1 model. So we also have our partners and customers doing this. They also adopt a public school, especially in US and in other countries. We also have companies adopting and teaching Salesforce in some of the public schools. Next slide. So COVID time we saw was especially challenging in the healthcare space. So again, Salesforce did a lot of work in this area. They flew a lot of the PPE items into 6 countries, 60 billion plus, which happened. They also came into India and they had a lot of, I think, a plane load of PPE items, vaccinations. A lot of help came into India as well from Salesforce. Next slide. So this is about our non-profit setup. I will not go too much into this. Next slide. So we've all come really far, and the last couple of years has been especially challenging, right? And for this new batch, these are some of the words that I want to leave with you all. With everything that's changing in today's world, we have to reimagine things. We have to reimagine the way we learn, right? You all have to adapt to this. Is it possible for us to actually turn the lights on? It's really dark and I can't see y'all, I can't read off reactions and I feel they're going into a little bit of sleep mode. Okay, so last 3 years has been really challenging, right? We were all going into colleges, we were interacting people to people and then we had to change. I had to suddenly stop going for in-person customer meetings, colleges, and talking, presenting in person like this, and I had to do Zoom calls. Do all my presentations on Zoom calls. You all had to learn on Zoom calls. Your teachers had to learn what is Zoom, right? What is this platform? How do I prepare presentations? How do I use a PPT and present to my students? What tools do I use to capture their attention within that small box and within that small amount of time that you all have, or 1 hour staying engaged on a digital platform is really, really hard. Or for a presenter to kind of keep that person engaged was really, really hard. So we all readapted and we adapted, we learned new ways of how we are going to learn. So we relocated, we started working from home, we started learning from home, classrooms, dining table, you name it, became our places of learning, working. We had the Great Resignation era, right? Where how many of you know about the Great Resignation era that happened post-COVID, during COVID? There was a huge boom, right? Lot of projects which had got stalled. Suddenly there was a big requirement, so a lot of hiring happened within companies, and then things naturalized, and then they didn't need resources, so there was a lot of people who left companies because they got better opportunities because of the sudden demand after the slump. So there were a lot of resignations that happened. Companies lost a lot of people, a lot of movement between companies. We saw all of that. So that was a great relocation, reshuffle, um, rethink. This is something that I feel that each one of you need to think. Right? In today's ever-changing digital world, ever-changing environment, what do you need to do different? If you're not getting the result that you need, what do you need to do different that's going to make more sense where you need to? So be adaptable, be ready to change. Looks like that's the only thing that's going to be constant, that is change. So be adaptable and always be ready to rethink, reimagine, renegotiate. Again, renegotiation, because a lot of changes happen within organizations. A lot of people coming back into the workforce are asking different things now. They're asking, can I have work-life balance? Because they realized during COVID period that wellness is important, mental wellness is important, putting yourself first and your family's health was important. So now when people are coming back are asking, you have a hybrid model, and I continue working from home. So there's renegotiations happening there as well as to what is the new work environment going to look like for each person. Deforestation, restoration, again, this is something that's very close to Salesforce heart, so we continue doing this. We've kind of in various non-for-profit organizations where we are planting trees, we are driving net zero cloud, lot of sustainability, reforestation, and sustainability initiatives running by Salesforce. Next slide, please. So a new day for trailblazers. So we already saw what does trailblazer mean. This is actually a very important term that we use within Salesforce. We don't believe in customers, partners, they are outside our organization, they are inside our organization. No, we all believe that we are part of the same ecosystem. Just like how I told you, East Point is not new to me, and I feel very at home, by the way. Coming back here, interacting with students, interacting with each one of you, is something that's really, really easy for me to do. So we try and make everything same for our partners and customers as well. We try to make it easy. So they're called as trailblazers. Y'all are trailblazers for us. So a new day for trailblazers is again a new day for y'all. Hoping each one of you are going to get associated with Salesforce. So again, I'd like to welcome you all to be new trailblazers within the Salesforce ecosystem. Next slide. So what do you have, or what do we have, or what's in it for you to become a trailblazer, right, within Salesforce? Now, please remember, I'm not trying to recruit you all into Salesforce program. I'm not trying to recruit you all for Salesforce. Okay, I'm just simply giving you a company's information so that you all know what opportunities are there for you. This is also a company that you can consider to join. But more importantly, I want to talk about what trailblazers within Salesforce mean, because there are so many resources that you can utilize. Not really having to get on to becoming an employee or joining a partner, but there's just so many learning tools. And you being in a place where you should be learning every day, every hour, and learning new things that's happening, this is a great platform for you to learn anything under the sun. So I'm going to share where you can do that learning. It's not just technical, by the way. Although we are a CRM company, there are a lot of topics around customer management, around marketing, around sales, around human resources, even closer to home. Next year, you are all going to be preparing your resumes. Yes? You are all going to be getting ready for careers, job fairs. Yes? Yes. How many of you already have a resume ready? How many of you need to prepare one? The rest? Yes? Rest can raise your hands. Yeah? So how do you prepare a good looking resume which is going to tell your story? Your story is unique, so it should look unique, right? Your resume should not look like your neighbor's resume or say East Point students. Will that make a good impression with the people who's going to be hiring? No. They've got to say, it's got to say, why is Abdul special? Right? Why is Nikita special? Why is Kishore special? Why should I even consider looking at them as my employee? So it has to tell a strong, authentic story about yourself. How do you prepare that? There's a place where you can go and read up. There's a module that you can do on the Trailhead platform, and you can learn these business skills. So I'm going to talk about all that, and that is why I'm here today. Okay? Because I want you to take advantage of these this amazing learning assets, resources that's there by this company, which believes in giving back. So it's all free. There's no charge. You can go and learn business skills from one of the best, not one of the best CRM company that's there in the world for the last 9 years. You can come and learn all these business skills free of cost on the Trailhead platform. So it's called Trailhead platform. I will give you the URL link where you can go create a profile. Sir told you there's a new P profile, right? So go ahead and create your profiles, start learning, and it is completely gamified. So you earn badges, and you can also earn credentials. You can add skill sets, new skill sets which you can show in your resume when you're ready for your career jobs, career fairs next year. You can add all of this and show this as industry skills and project it and share as your authentic journey in your learning process or learning journey that you all have spent 2 years in. So trailblazer economy is something that we have. This is actually a term that's been coined by IDC. Okay, so IDC again is an independent organization who does research in the industry, and they have come up with the Salesforce economy where they have predicted that by the year 2026, you can see some really impressive numbers there. There's going to be 9.3 million jobs that's going to be created across the globe by just the Salesforce ecosystem. Closer to home in India, I think it was there in my introduction itself, 1.3 million jobs in India. Okay, I'm just going to let that word stay with your, that number stay with your 1.3 million jobs that's going to become available by this ecosystem by the year 2026. And 2026 is just around the corner, right? You're all graduating by 2024, which means that you all are right now in the right place at the right time to get skilled up on this technology. And I'm going to get in a little bit more about what does this technology have to offer, how difficult is it, how easy is it. Abdul, it's going to be really easy for you since you're coming from Java. If you want to learn more, get into technical side of it also, you can absolutely do that. There's a joke actually amongst us where we say that if you need 100 pages to learn Java, you can learn Salesforce with 10 pages. So it's more simplified, it's declarative way of learning, drag and drop, click. So you don't have to do any coding, you don't have to write a single piece of code. There are 3 levels there as well, which is called no code, and code. Right? So there are 3 levels that you can also look at. So even if you're not technical and you have a great business idea and you want to create an app, right? You can still go ahead and do that. You can team up with your engineering friends. That's something that I'd love to see on this campus, having startups growing, organically from business issues that you all have recognized. And as managers, that's one of the key things that I would say, please start doing from today. Start looking for business opportunities, right? Start looking at where are the areas where I can make a difference? You saw a slide which said business can be that game changer. Business can be the change or the platform for change for us. Sir gave great examples. We already saw that. UPI, FASTag. These really have changed the world how we live today. So business can be a great platform for change. Y'all are now managers who are getting into that business. So what change and impact can each one of you make? Do each one of you believe you can make a change? Yes? Anybody thinks that no, I can't, not my cup of tea? No? Everybody believes? I don't sound very convinced now. Are you really convinced? Okay, you don't sound very convinced, and that's fine as well, because you're still adding and learning new skills, right? So when I wish you come back again. So by the time you graduate, I hope I will have just one other session with y'all, and I want to see some of you who've gone through Salesforce, and I really believe that I don't think you will stay on the wall or on the fence about it. You will be really convinced that you can make a change if you get the right skill sets, if you get the right environment, you get the right support. I think you will all be much more confident. And I do believe all of this is covered with your being in this point, right? You are going to get all the support, all the environment from your faculty, from your teachers, from all the leaders who are here who are giving you that environment. Anybody believes they are alone? I am alone. And I am just doing this for myself. No, right? None of us are alone. Each one of us is connected. Each one of you are connected to each other. How many of you know the person sitting next to you? Do all of you know the person sitting next to you? Okay, third row, Hoodie. He doesn't know. You know? You sure? Okay, he knows. Anybody who doesn't know who's sitting next to them? If you don't, I would recommend please meet, right? Meet, connect, talk, exchange ideas. Okay, what is it that you want to change? Okay, this is my good idea. This is my great idea. And find out these business problems that you can tackle with each other. I'm sure you will have case studies, you will have project work, all of this to kind of really equip you to put it into practice. Practically, how do you do it? All of these tools you will get a chance to practice. Salesforce platform again has a lot of projects, okay, where you can go and learn. We've had an 8-year-old girl build a lemonade stand app. Okay, I kid you not. You can find the story as well. There's an 8-year-old girl who's built an app. She was selling lemonade in the US. She was standing outside and she was selling lemonade. And she wanted to build a simple app where she can track how much sales she's done. Simple, right? You are all going to be talking about sales, you are going to be learning marketing. But in today's digital world, you cannot get left behind on how to do it digitally. Excel sheets are gone. Okay, Excel sheets are now gone. Everything has a workflow attached to it. Nobody touches things, nobody does things manually, nobody is entering data manually. Everything is automated. How do you have those automated apps? Can you, as a techno-functional manager tomorrow, create them? Absolutely. Absolutely. How do you begin? Can you build your own website? How many of you think you can build your own website today?
Instantly. Can do instantly.
Yeah, like not days together. What if I tell you all could do it within a few hours? Would you all be interested to have your own website? Yes, you can do it as a project, you can show it, you can put the link of it on your resume for next year, right? And show that this is the work you have done and you know Salesforce skill. And as a techno-functional manager, you also understand the digital world, the digital language, and you know what you're required to do when you go into a company. CRM, you tell somebody that you know Salesforce, you know how to build a website, you know how the platform works, you're going to be noticed. Okay? The talk more, come back and talk more about it as well. Maybe we can include them in the engineering session as well. But very quickly, I think few programs that I would like to just touch upon before I leave, and you all can sign up to these right away and start learning and get the full benefit of connecting into an industry which is already there with mentors who are already trailblazers, gone a little ahead in that path, been successful and willing to give back now. They love interacting with college students just like me. So they love bending and giving back. We have an MVP system as well where people like this are recognized. I think Sir is organizing some sessions to bring some Salesforce MVPs into your campus and talk more on mentoring and how you can get that support. So a lot of exciting things coming forward. And let me tell you, you are not alone. You are standing on giants' shoulders, and the giant is your college, right? So they are bringing a lot of resources. They are moving mountains to make all of this available to each one of you. So please take advantage, attend these sessions, get involved, right? And like Sir was saying, there's only so much that they can do as an institution and as a college, as an organization. Finally, you're the horse who needs to go and drink the water. It can only take you till the water, right? So please take advantage of all these sessions that the college is going to be running for you. Next slide. And next slide. Yeah, we just go to the last. Yeah. So I'm just going to talk about these few programs that I just want you all to take note of. One is called as the Salesforce Fundamentals. This is a top of funnel program, and anybody and everybody who doesn't know even what a C of CRM can start learning. Okay, and we give you the link. I will share this presentation as well with Sir. I've actually already shared with the principal. I think we'll make sure that we send this up to students with the links where you can register. So next slide, please. So Salesforce Fundamentals is where you can start. We talk about what is Salesforce, the platform, what are the different clouds that are available on the Salesforce platform. We also show you the implementation of Salesforce. If you have to implement a project, what are the different roles that are becoming available now? So I was talking about roles changing, right? So even if you are coming from a pure marketing background, but if you're interested in technology, you can still become a techno-functional person who's overseeing the entire project, and you do need some digital skills. You do need some program management skills. So if you're interested in program management, running programs, this is something that you can definitely explore. What are the different roles that are available for you? How to implement a Salesforce project. We'll also be bringing in customer stories, partners to come and share how they do these things in a really easy format. It's a very informal chat again that they will share, and there's lots where you can learn and you can decide. People who are not decided, right? My friend here, he said he's not decided. So these are things which you can explore, and that's the beautiful part about today's world. There are so many new options that is available. It's no longer just doctor, engineer, MBA, right? There is so many more design thinking. Design is coming in a big way. Graphics, a lot of new things that are available. So all of those upcoming roles and technologies you can learn through fundamentals. It's not technical, like I was saying. It's top of the funnel, just an introduction session. Come attend the workshop and you'll walk away learning more. Next one is the mentorship one. Again, sign up to this if you feel that you need a mentor. If not right away, do it when you think you're ready, closer to your career fair. You want to get your resume reviewed by somebody from the industry who does a lot of hiring or project management or sales. You want to get their feedback on your resumes. You want to understand how do I prepare for my career path, my career goals. How do interviews happen? What kind of attitude should I go in? I'm not feeling confident. Can I practice interviews with someone? All of this can happen through the Mentorship Act. Okay, so sign up, and this is something that we help with everybody who's new in our ecosystem. You can choose based on location, based on role. Somebody said, I'm looking for international roles. You want somebody from international to give you that kind of mentorship support? This is the platform that you can use, right? Next slide, please. So mentorship, we'll again come back and share more details about it, y'all. career fairs. We also host career fairs for people who have completed. We've had a lot of students from the engineering background come and attend the in-person career fair that we held in Bangalore. There were a lot of companies there. They loved the experience. And I'm hoping that from the MBA side also, we will have students coming in now attending our career fairs. And finally, we have the workforce development. Next slide. This is a talent alliance. This is a pledge actually that we ask all our partners to take, and I did want to share this to let you all know that many of you may be thinking that okay, I'm going to get skilled up on Salesforce and then what, right? I just wanted to let you know that we tell our partners and customers to take a pledge to hire net new people with no experience on Salesforce. 20% we ask them to take a pledge to come and hire from campuses and people with no experience in Salesforce background. So we ask this from our partners and customers very actively and very intentionally to allow and help people to kind of cross that barrier. A lot of people say that I have no Salesforce experience, who's going to hire me? And if you already have experience, it's easy. It's easy to crack and get in through the door. But what about people who don't have that? So this is the pledge that we ask our partners and customers to make that process, to enable that process. This is what we do. So with that, I think I've come to the end of my slides, but it's not the end of our interaction. Hopefully, it's just the beginning. I've also, I think, starting of my slide. You will find my Twitter handle. You will also find my email. Again, sir can share all these details with you all. Please do stay in touch. Give me feedback about the session, what your thoughts. Drop me a mail. If any of you need further guidance, further help, let me know. I love getting feedback, interacting, because we don't want to create programs in a silo without really knowing what is going to help you all. All our programs are created to help people like you who's looking for opportunities to come into the Salesforce ecosystem. So give me feedback, let me know what we can add to make this easier for you, this journey easier for you. So I've shared my email, my Twitter, and you can also find me on LinkedIn. I don't have my LinkedIn link there, but I am on LinkedIn as well, and you can find me. Thank you. And I open up for any questions, open up the session for any questions for me. Does anybody have any questions? I know that most of you did not know about Salesforce, so you will go back, you will do your homework, you will read a little bit more, and I have given a lot of information, so maybe questions are not popping up right now in your mind. But later, any question, feel free to send me a mail, send it my way. Like I said, no question is wrong question. There is no right and wrong in my books. There's no bad or good. Everything is welcome. Feedback, good, bad, welcome. So feel free to stay connected with me. Definitely, I'd like to see each one of you send me a request on LinkedIn, and we get connected on LinkedIn. That's again something really important that you'll have to start getting used to. Creating your profile on LinkedIn. Please don't create funny names, right? Make sure that you have professional sounding in a professional course. So don't keep Buddhu, all those things, right? Keep your first name, last name, proper names that you can share with employers tomorrow. Create your LinkedIn profile if you don't have one, right? And keep adding your skill sets on your LinkedIn profile. Trailhead platform, like I was saying, is gamified, so there are different ranks that you can get. There are different levels that you can reach. There are certifications that you can do. There's a lot of content. I'm intentionally holding back giving you more information because I don't want to confuse you anymore. I think I've shared a lot already in the last 40-45 minutes. So I'm going to stop here and let it all just sit with you all for a bit, process it, and then wait for you all to come back. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm based out of Bangalore. I'm an email away, a shout away when sir calls me. So I will be back to interact with your engineering side shortly. So maybe we could even meet again in that session. Thank you so much for listening to me, for giving me your time and attention this morning. I wish you all the very best each one of you and me, each one of you is already a trailblazer because each one of you has an authentic story, right? Your story is your story. It is never the same as the person next to you. So be proud of your story, your journey, and wish you all the best to all the future leaders, business leaders from East Point. Thank you so much.
The second question.
Yes, please. I love
Hi,
questions.
ma'am.
Yes, hi.
My name is Joel.
Hi, Joy.
Ma'am, which kind of jobs and responsibilities?
Yeah, great question. Thank you for that question, Joel. So, as an MBA, there are a few options that you can look at based on what is of interest to you. If you are looking at marketing or sales, there are marketing roles that you can look for. There is a marketing cloud that you can get certified on. So there is sales roles as well. The sales roles like Sir was saying, Dhananjay was saying, Sir was saying. There are a lot of sales jobs that are always available within Salesforce, how to sell Salesforce. And like Sir was saying, CFOs become CEOs. I also believe salespeople become great CEOs as well. Okay, because they are fantastic in communication, they know how to bring in the business, right? They keep the lights on. So, anybody interested in getting into sales, please? She is, okay. I have one friend here who's going to be getting. By the way, I started in sales. I sound a little biased. You're from sales as well. Perfect. So I'm going to sound a little biased, but yeah, it requires a certain level of intelligence and different kind of, I think, confidence, communication level for salespeople to go and drive those businesses. Just like they have to say, I will get it done, right? No matter what, I'm going to get things done. So I do believe sales also has a lot of potential in Salesforce. So you can get into marketing roles. Salesforce has great sales roles. There is actually a site, Trailhead, where you can take a quiz. It's going to open up shortly. It's not launched yet. Officially, don't quote me, but it will be available where you please don't post this anywhere because it's not yet officially launched. But I'm sharing this because they are all of my friends, right? So we will have a way for you to test out what is of your strengths and what you like to do, and then match it to a role within Salesforce. So that's going to get launched. It's happening at our Trailhead DX. DX stands for Developer Experience. That's an event that's going to happen in the US on the 7th of March. So once you sign up on Trailhead, look out for these events, see if you can attend them virtually. I'm attending it virtually as well. I'm not traveling for it. I'm going to attend it virtually. So there are going to be some amazing announcements there as well, where you can unlock free certification vouchers. Otherwise, these vouchers are like $200, $250 each certification if you want to do. So they tell you how to unlock these free vouchers, bring these interesting certifications, and mentorship and career fair, all of this, and then how to map your interest to the role. That quiz is also going to become available. So a lot of good stuff is going to get unveiled. March 7th, look out for that. Google March 7th or after March 7th for Trailhead DX, Salesforce events. You should be able to get more on that. I hope I answered your question well. Yeah? Okay. Any other question? Yes? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Nilda.
How is finance related to sales?
The finance into Salesforce. Okay, related now. Okay, great question there again. So our current MD and CEO for India is Madam Arundhati Bhattacharya. How many of you have heard of her name?
Yes,
You have heard of her? Do you know who she is? Do you want to tell me? So she is the chairman. She was the chairman of SBI. Okay, SBI. You all know SBI? State Bank of India? Yes. So she was the chairman. She retired and she still continues to be on board with a lot of companies and banks and financial institutions. So we are really strengthening on the financial side as well. Salesforce is there in pretty much every side of the business. We don't have like an SAP or we don't have Finacle like Infosys, like banking solution or anything, but the platform is as such that you can build an app for anything. So that is the beauty about Salesforce. You can build an app for any of your business requirements. So even in finance, if you have a business problem and you want to kind of build an app related to that, you can still do that. And that's something that a lot of students and a lot of projects have actually gotten live. Like your Google Store, Play Store, and you have your iPhone App Store. Salesforce also has a store where you can actually, your app gets built and it gets approved and you can get funding and you can put your app there. So for all the entrepreneurs who are looking to build their own business, if you have a great business idea, you can actually build an app and put it out there. Right? So a lot of apps are there. I would actually, if you have any ideas in the finance side that you want to explore and build an app off of Salesforce, you're more than welcome to do that. You get a free developer org, which is like your test kitchen to build these applications, test them out and try it out. You get that support as well. So there is no restriction, there is no, cookie cutter which says only this is possible with this platform. It's an open platform with customer in the center. You can build anything off of it for any domain, any industry, you can build it off that. So I love saying that anybody is welcome to Salesforce. We've had electronic students, we've had engineering students coming into Salesforce, mechanical students coming into Salesforce and finding jobs and working in Salesforce projects. So if you feel this is your cup of tea, definitely explore it. If you are at least not sure, or if you, before you say no, definitely explore. And if you have more questions, please do reach out to me.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We have another lady who is aspiring to ask the question. Yeah. Okay. Her question was asked by the same girl.
Okay.
So what is there in the finance?
Okay.
The forum is open for the audience. Any question you please ask. Otherwise, we'll conclude. Questions from the faculties are also allowed.
Anybody.
Why? Because this is for MBA. As you can see there, East Point College MBA. Okay. Any other question? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, students. Thank you so much, ma'am. Once again, can we all applaud madam for her time?
Joel's neighbor.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
My name is Jawan, ma'am.
Hi, Joel.
Now, after completing their degree, why everyone gets call center job, ma'am? There is no another job to do, ma'am. I saw my friends. Everyone joined in call center.
Okay. Again, great question. Is there a bias? You think call center jobs are bad? Why do you? I mean, what is prompting you with that question? It's a job. It's a skill set which you're going to learn.
More than that, it's not there in any other.
Absolutely, there is.
But why they are not going, ma'am? Everyone are going to call center.
I mean, see, that's their choice, right? But the opportunities are there. Can I answer? Absolutely, sir.
Okay, I think Prakash sir wants to answer that. The same thing came here.
So Gerald, by the way, see for call center, there are two ways. There is inbound calls and there is outbound calls. Inbound calls are more like service requests, which is there even in Salesforce, by the way. It's a way of servicing your customers, right? If they have an issue, they have a technical issue, they have a query, somebody needs to answer that. A lot of it is also getting automated. You have chatbots today. So I feel call center jobs are actually reducing, if you ask me. And in India's ecosystem, India's job environment, if you ask me, there is definitely a decline. A lot of these big companies and call center jobs have moved to other Asia countries outside of India. Philippines is one big country where call center jobs have actually moved out from India. We don't have as many call center jobs as we did in the past. So these are some of the, inbound, outbound that I was telling you. Outbound call centers are also there where people do cold calling, right? And let me tell you, for sales and marketing people, if you can do successful cold calling, outbound cold calling, then you are something that is really preparing you for your customer interactions in the future. Cold calling is something that's going to really exercise your muscle to build confidence, to convince somebody on the phone to say that yes, they need, or gathering even information as to what is their pain point or business problem before you can even suggest a solution is really something that you can learn from. So I feel that no job is big or small or little. Every job you can learn from, including call center jobs, whether they are inbound or outbound, is something that you can learn. I have done cold calling as well, where I was with Oracle. I have also done outbound sales. So before I would go and meet customers, you have to pick up the phone and call sales people who are thinking of sales. My friend here in the front who was thinking of sales. That's something that has to become a habit. You have to be comfortable about picking the phone and speaking with anybody, right? A lot of B schools, when you're joining, I don't know what was the process if you had a group discussion. That's something that a lot of business schools ask you in group discussions. Can you sell ice to Eskimo, right? On the phone. And there are salespeople who will do outbound cold calling and can convince an Eskimo to buy snow or ice or whatever it is. That's just how they are.
instantly can build application. What only thing is it should work very seriously. It's a self-paced learning. It is units are there, models are all these things better can share to us. To complete this learning path, independent of whether teacher teaches you or not, there's a lot of content available. Self-paced learning. We'll also hand over you. You complete this and you come and catch on me if I don't get you a job. I'm telling you with high confidence. Huge job opportunities. In fact, esports students have been the career player and the still amazing experience they had. And many students, I still remember 16 students got the placement in their career field. Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks to Madam for taking the time. It's really, yeah, I know that you have another call at 2 o'clock. You need to rush out. Madam, on behalf of the complete Eastbourne family, thank you for taking your time and coming here, Madam. We will disturb you next time for you also. Please do come and spend time with our kids here. Thank you so much, sir. Very good.
One question. Yes, while I wrap up. Yes.
On this.
Sir said that sir said that, but every company is experience people. Where do you? It's just even after getting much skill.
Yes, so that's why I call it saying that it's easy if you already have work experience to say I'm switching. So what happens to all the freshers and the newcomers? That's where we have something called as a talent alliance program, where we are asking CSOs, partners, and customers to do 20% of their hiring remotely for people who don't have experience. Our career fairs are also for students and specifically for early job seekers who don't have experience. So, like Sir said, get the certification.
Sure. Yes? Okay. Good. Any other question? Like I said, there is no bad question, there is no small question, big question, good question, bad question. Any question is a good question, according to me. Okay, that group seems to be having a lot of fun. What? Is there a joke you want to share?
They have understood the art of management. They are framing the question and somebody is answering it.
Okay.
Probably that is happening.
Fantastic. That means I've done my job.
Considering that you do not have any questions, shall we go ahead with the program flow? Over to Padil.
Now the technical session 1 has come to an end. I request all the dignitaries to occupy the dais for vote of thanks. On this occasion, I am extremely privileged to propose the vote of thanks. I, on behalf of East Point College of Higher Education, take the privilege to thank our management, our founder chairman Dr. S.M. Venkatpati, Madam B.L. Ramadevi, chairperson, Mr. Rajiv Gowda and Mr. Pramod Gowda, CEO and trustees, Mr. Peter Francis, secretary. I also extend my warm regards and hearty thanks to our resource person, Ms. Banudas Gupta, for the deep and intellectual way of imparting knowledge and revealing some interesting facts, which will encourage our students in their future endeavors. I now request our beloved Senior Vice President, Dr. Prakash Shilvantmat to facilitate our resource person, Ms. Banudas Gupta, with the memento.
It is not as beautiful as your speech and the topic.
Oh, no, no, no.
That was superb.
No, no, it's really wonderful to interact with them.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yes.
It's my immense pleasure to extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Prakash Shilvantmat, our Senior Vice President and Guest of Honor for today's program. We had an opportunity to hear your valuable inputs and thoughts, sir, and this will encourage us to go in our future endeavors. I also extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Yogesh, sir, Principal, East Point College of Engineering and Technology, for gracing this occasion. I also thank Mr. Dhananjay Kumar, Placement Director, East Point Group of Institutions, so for guiding us in this event. I also thank our Principal PG, Dr. Vijay Bhaskaran, for his constant support and guidance for conducting this program. Finally, I thank all our faculty members and HODs for taking part in this program, and all our first-time students, without whom this event would have not happened. So thank you, everyone. I request all the students to kindly raise as the dignitaries leave.
Sir, one group photograph of all the faculties. Sir, Yogesh, sir, please join us. Madam, call all the faculties. All the faculties. Sir, join us. Madam, please. Okay, you can. And then you also join, sir.